An Airbus A330 is cruising at 35,000 feet over the Atlantic Ocean. It's the middle of the night. The aircraft is flying from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. Everything is normal. Then suddenly, the plane enters a storm. Severe turbulence begins shaking the aircraft. Lightning flashes outside the cockpit. But the real problem isn't the storm. It's what happens next. Ice starts forming on the aircraft's pitot tubes. These small sensors measure airspeed, and within seconds, they stop working. Inside the cockpit, the pilots receive conflicting speed readings. The autopilot disconnects. Now the aircraft is being flown manually. At 35,000 feet, in the dark, in the middle of a storm, the pilots try to make sense of the situation. But the warnings keep coming. Alarms, alerts, contradicting data. Then suddenly, the aircraft pitches upward. The nose rises. The speed drops, and the aircraft enters a stall. Now imagine you're the pilot. You're flying at high altitude. Your instruments don't make sense, and the aircraft is losing lift. But the pilots don't realize what's happening. Instead of lowering the nose, they pull back. The stall gets worse. The aircraft begins falling. But it's not diving, it's descending, almost flat, losing altitude rapidly, all the way from 35,000 feet. Inside the cockpit, confusion grows. The stall warning sounds repeatedly. But then it suddenly stops, because the system no longer detects valid airspeed. The pilots believe they are overspeeding, but in reality, they are falling. For over 3 minutes, the aircraft remains in a stalled descent. There is no recovery, no control, just a slow, irreversible fall through the night. Then finally, the Airbus A330 hits the ocean. All 228 people on board are lost. The wreckage wouldn't be found for nearly 2 years. But when investigators recovered the flight data, the truth became clear. A small failure had triggered a chain reaction, iced pitot tubes, confusing data, and a loss of situational awareness. The aircraft was never broken. The engines were still working, but the pilots didn't realize they were in a stall. Air France Flight 447 became one of the most important lessons in modern aviation, because sometimes it's not the aircraft that fails, it's the information.